What's up, guys? How you guys doing? Just a quick rant today. I'm going to talk to you guys about two devices that I own, and it's not really a dogfight, but we're going to still, we're going to have some fun with this because I haven't put up a video in a while. But I'm going to talk to you guys about two devices that I own: the HTC Evo V4G and the Galaxy S2, both on Virgin Mobile, or as you guys will know, I'm on Sprint as the Epic 4G Touch or the Evo 3D. So, yeah. What I'm going to talk about, I'm going to talk about the specs, resolutions and all that stuff, weight, battery life and all that stuff. What I'm going to talk to you guys about is customization, flashing ROMs, kernels, etc., and all that stuff. And just, really quickly, just kind of like give a comparison about that. So we'll start off with the Galaxy S2 Epic 4G Touch on Sprint, Galaxy S2 on Boost Mobile and Virgin Mobile. It's pretty awesome. It's a really good device. One of the biggest things I love about it is just the development is through the roof. I mean, we're already at the Galaxy S4. People are peeking about the Galaxy S5, and there's still development for the Galaxy S2, and there's still people loving the Galaxy S2. My biggest reason why I hold on to this device is its size. It fits in the hand, feels great. It's not overpowering. It's not so big, but yet the screen is big. So I mean, I can watch a video on it comfortably and feel like that I'm looking at a normal size screen and not feel like it's such a tiny little space. Yeah, I don't need it to be so grandly huge like the Notes or the Megas from Samsung, and I don't need it that big where my fingers are gonna feel like I'm like stretching, because I'm if you guys didn't know, I'm like 5'4", 5'5". I'm not really tall at all, and I don't have really huge hands, phalanges. I don't. So 4.5 is pretty good. I think like a 4.7 would kind of be like the max. Honestly, would be like the max that I could feel comfortable holding a device. So that's why I like the Galaxy S2, and it's easy to flash everything. All the ROMs for it are just so easy to flash on there. This is what I would consider calling the unbrickable device. I have flashed many different ROMs, and the cool thing about it is that the ROMs for the Galaxy S2 are not fragmented. You could use Sprint ROMs on this, thanks to developers who've created APN settings fixed zip files, also known as the MMS and visual voicemail fix zip files. There's a lot of them. There's a lot for 4.2.2. There's a lot for 4.1.2. There's a lot for 4.3, and right now I don't think they developed one for KitKat, but I know they're working on it. So yeah, I mean, you don't really have to look for specified ROMs for your device if you're on Virgin Mobile or Boost. A lot of the Sprint ones will work on there. It's just depending whether you're going to get MMS or not. And cool thing is that if you do something wrong, if you flash a zip file, a ROM that is not for this phone, and you kind of soft brick it, you have Odin, which is a software of flashing the device. You can, if you have a PC or a laptop, you can use Odin to revert back to a stock or a stock with root state. So pretty hard to brick this device. So yeah, it's not my daily driver right now. I keep it at home, and yeah, everything still functions great on it. It runs CyanogenMod 11, so I'm on KitKat with this phone, and it's just it's buckets of fun. HTC Evo V4G. Really, really like this phone. I've got it for steal. Bought it because it had some damage to it. I got it at a real good price, and I don't mind it having some wear and tear. One of the biggest things that people trip out on is the fact that I got it. It does have a crack on the screen. However, I'm going to when I have some free time and a little extra pocket money, I'm going to buy a new screen and replace that. And I'll probably make a video on how to replace the screen. Now, customization's nearly up there with the Galaxy S2. Problem is what you got to go through to get to that state. Because don't get me wrong, there are some ROMs for this phone that are compatible with S on. S on being security on. So you would be able to. Sorry, it sounded like I'm stuttering there. You'd be able to flash a ROM, being having S on the Evo V. whereas a majority of the ROMs out there, especially on XDA, require you to be SOF. So with this, it's not like the Galaxy S2 where you can use about any ROM for it. Sprint specified are Sprint specified no matter what you do. You can mess with the APNs if you're that much of a diehard customizer, but if you're just a novice user who wants a custom ROM, you're not gonna dig so much through build props and all that stuff. You just want to flash and use, and I totally get that. And so that's where it becomes a problem, because there are Sprint specified, there are some that are Sprint and Virgin Mobile specified, and there are just some that are just Virgin Mobile specified. It just depends. You just got to read through the original posts on XDA when you look at a certain ROM. Things I had to do to this phone to get it to where I can flash just about anything. One, of course, you got to root the device, but it doesn't just stop there. Then you got to go and you got to get you got to go to HTC Dev and you got to get your bootloader unlocked. Tons of fun, but it doesn't stop there either. Then, if you want to flash just about any ROM there is out there for this device, you might as well off the device, and that's where it becomes like really not tricky, but just nerve-wracking. That's what I would use, and anyone who made a YouTube video about off the HTC Evo 3D or Evo V4G, I think that's what they should have said. They shouldn't have said that it's not complicated, it's very easy. What they should say is that the steps are fairly easy yet nerve-wracking, because that's really what it is, especially if you don't have a backup device like me. I had the Galaxy S2, so if I'm on the bricking this device completely, the money that I spent on it, would have just been a toss away. But I still wanted the phone to work, so I did treat it as if it was my only device. But I mean, people who have it as their only device are going to get nerve-wracking. When I was using the wire trick from Juniper Bear, it was a program that you use, and at a certain point it tells you do the wire trick now, and you have to place the wire in a certain hole in underneath the battery cover, a small tiny hole up here where I'm pointing at, and the wire has to touch inside there, and you have to ground it out on the metal that locks in your SD card, and you have to ground it. And it's nerve-wracking because it's like Mission Impossible MacGyver type stuff, and you're over there sweating bullets and like, oh gosh, I swear. And you can't let the wire move. Once you have it grounded to that metal piece, you can't have it sliding across it, which is so hard because metal on metal slides. So it's like, that is nerve-wracking. Easy to do. Easy to off. Nerve-wracking because when you think you failed and you break your device, you really don't. You just start the process all over again, and you just do it over and over and over until it finally says that boom, you have off the device. Yeah. So that's the nerve-wracking part. And then flashing different ROMs, especially since this phone's pretty old already. I mean, really old. Came out before this one. A lot of the development out there has pretty much starting to come to a halt, and I think the only one who actually came out with anything new was Dastin 1015 at XDA. He came out with CyanogenMod 11, which I did a video about here on YouTube, and thank God for that one. But yeah, a lot of those stuff, I wanted to try CyanogenMod 9 Devil Toast because I was watching I think it's Josiah Matthews' YouTube channel. He's a pretty cool guy. You can tell he's into the greens, I would say. But anyways, he was showing that he got his Evo V. Basically, he changed the H boot, he changed the radio on it, he off the device, he flashed CyanogenMod 9 Devil Toast, and he put in the Anthrax kernel, and he said it was just super fast. And I wanted to try exactly how fast it would be. Unfortunately, CyanogenMod Devil Toast, there is a zip file you can download, but every time that I've downloaded it and I've tried to flash it in recovery, it's aborted because the file's corrupt. So I never got a chance to try it. And a lot of the other ROMs are like that. Like there was a stock ROM that we could go back to that was taken down because I think it was like HTC had a cease and desist, had them take it down or what, I don't know. So yeah, just it is what it is. But basically, guys, I'm gonna close out my little rant for today. Um, but yeah, so the way I would close this out is that Galaxy S2 for the noobs, easy to customize, easy to flash, very rarely to run into problems, and soft bricking doesn't mean it's the end of the world because it's easy to come back from a soft brick. Too much hoops to jump through. Root. Unlock bootloader. S off. And then depending on the ROM you're choosing, you'll have to upgrade or downgrade your HBoot. That could be a pain to do all that every time you want to try a different ROM. Is it worth it though? I mean, if you find the features in the HTC Evo E4G to be pleasing, yes, it's worth it. If you don't really care about it, no point. Both are great. Both are updated. Both have CyanogenMod 11 KitKat. This one has 4.4, while this one has 4.4.1. Does have Beats audio, like I said. So yeah. So anyways, guys, yeah. So yeah, the Evo is my daily driver. The Galaxy S2 is my filler, and that's pretty much my rant for which is the better customizable. You guys tell me in the comment section of this video. I'd like to hear you guys' opinions about it. Of course, both these devices are 4G WiMAX, so they're pretty much like already going into the Stone Age because Sprint dropped WiMAX for LTE. But I still, I don't mind using them on 3G. But you guys tell me which one you guys think which one you guys would favor more as far as customizing. Also, check out webpage. Create another webpage because the one that I created, I'm such a dunce, and the first webpage I created, I forgot the password to it, so I couldn't edit it no more. So I remade a new webpage, and I decided to go with a whole different theme, whole different name, and everything because I'm weird like that. So Android Geeks and Me, basically, and androidgeeksandme.webs.com is the website, and yeah. Yeah, so that's pretty much it, guys. Thanks for watching my rant. I'll see you guys next time. Stay cool, stay blessed, and yeah, peace.